evening and a very warm welcome. I'm Jittu Gatenura for Prime TV News. Let's look at today's headlines first.
Supreme Court decides to hear Mahinda Rajapaksa's appeal on premiership. 2,000 police officers will be on duty in Colombo during the festive season. India's apex court rules that inquiry against Modi on the jet transactions is unnecessary. And in sports news, Malinga will lead the one-day and 2020 encounters against New Zealand.
The Supreme Court has ruled that the interim order given by appeal court preventing Mahinda Rajapaksa as the Prime Minister and the activities of the cabinet ministers will continue to remain as it is. Two of the judges ruled that the interim order should continue to prevail, while one judge said that it should be removed. The case will be taken up for hearing on the 16th of January.
The Supreme Court decided to proceed with the hearing of the petition rejecting the two objections filed by Ranil Wickremesinghe with respect to the appeals petition filed against the interim order issued by the Court of Appeal restraining Mahinda Rajapaksa from holding office of Prime Minister. The Supreme Court gave this ruling considering the appeals petition filed by Mahinda Rajapaksa challenging the interim order. The two requests were made with respect to taking up the appeals petition made by Mahinda Rajapaksa before a full judge bench and to remove Justice Eva Vanasundara from the bench. A motion was filed in the Supreme Court presenting the related requests. It was filed by the lawyer on behalf of the first respondent Ranil Wickremesinghe. Rejecting these two appeals, the Supreme Court decided to take up the case for hearing before the judges Bhuvanek Alvihare, Vijit Malagoda and Eva Vanasundara. Mahinda Rajapaksa in his petition has requested the Supreme Court to declare that the interim order given by the Appeals Court on the 3rd of this month is unconstitutional and the Appeals Court has no authority to issue such orders. In these appeals petitions, 122 parliamentarians, including United National Party leader Ranil Wickremesinghe, have been named as respondents. In addition, parliamentarians Dinesh Gunawardena, Chamal Rajapaksa, Dr. Vijayadasa Rajapaksa and Johnston Fernando have challenged the interim order given by the Appeals Court. This is because the interim order has prevented all of them from serving as cabinet ministers. In the meantime, the Appeals Court ordered to take up the writ petition filed challenging the Prime Minister and the ministers serving in their positions will be heard on the 16th, 17th and 18th of next month. The Appeals Court also ordered the respondents, including Mahinda Rajapaksa, to file objections before the 4th of next month.
In the meantime, the Supreme Court yesterday ruled that the Gazette notification issued by the President dissolving the Parliament is unconstitutional. Our court correspondent said that the ruling runs into 88 pages. The Supreme Court published the full verdict today. The initial verdict, written by Chief Justice Nalin Pereira, has been signed by 5 judges. Before the proceeding of Mahinda Rajapaksa appeal were initiated, Justice Alvihare, pronouncing the retirement of Justice Eva Vanasundara, said that today was her last day as the presiding Supreme Court Justice. He and the bar also wished and appreciated her service in the judiciary. Eva Vanasundara was the most senior justice of the Apex Court. She had served as acting Chief Justice on several occasions. She joined the Attorney General Department as State Councillor in the year 1979. After holding several high positions in the department, she was appointed as the first female Attorney General of the country. Being a past pupil of Dharmapala College, Pannipitiya, she is a cousin sister of former Supreme Court Judge Raja Vanasundara. A group of more than 200 police officers will be deployed for security within the Colombo city for public security and the control of traffic during the festive season. This has been mentioned in a statement issued by the police department. The police officers will be deployed for duties in CVs. They will be on a special alert with respect to thieves and also engage in other frauds and malpractices. The statement said that more attention will be directed towards minimizing traffic congestions. It further mentioned that the police will be on alert particularly with regard to drunk driving from tomorrow. The police have also called on public to be more conscious in the use of fireworks during the festive season and to prevent children in use of fireworks. The All Ceylon Wholesale Retail Traders Association has said the essential commodities have been brought into the country on behalf of the festive season saw any shortage despite the prevalence of a political crisis. The President Bandula Jaimane pointed out that as a result of this could not be any price increase of goods, claiming that there's a shortage before the prevalence of a shortage of goods. The sale of goods rise as a result of the festive season, as much goods have been distributed sufficiently throughout the country. Therefore, All Ceylon Wholesale Retail Traders Association mentioned that people have the opportunity of purchasing sufficient stocks of essential goods at the normal price. The Consumer Affairs Authority has said that it had received complaints that fake people are posing themselves as officials of the authority. As such, authority has called upon shop owners to be cautious about this matter. Reporters had been received several parts of the country that in the past few days a group of unidentified persons has inspected shops and demanded cash. As officials of the Consumer Affairs Authority present their official identity cards in the conduct of raids, the authority requests the shop owners to take the action to inquire the identity of the officials. The Consumer Affairs Authority said that the information on those who do not reveal their identity or demand cash can be brought to notice of the authority or the police. Sri Lanka Freedom Party media spokesman parliamentarian Mahinda Samarasinghe has rejected statements made by certain individuals regarding the future course of actions of the party. Media spokesman of the party parliamentarian Mahinda Samarasinghe said that the measures will be taken to brief the media on the future course of actions of Sri Lanka Freedom Party taken by a central committee or the party leadership. Issuing statement, Mahinda Samarasinghe rejected statements that were made to media yesterday by several non-party members concerning the future course of actions of Sri Lanka Freedom Party. Mahinda Samarasinghe said that such statement had been without any knowledge of the party's plan. Janatha Vimukti Peramuna parliamentarian Vijitha Herath has said that the verdict delivered by the Supreme Court yesterday is not a victory of United National Party or Ranil Wickremesinghe. He was addressing a media conference held at the party head office. Vijitha Herath said that if the United National Party and Ranil Wickremesinghe concerned the verdict delivered by the Supreme Court as a victory for them, it is not so. The UNP is attempting to be rejected from people by boasting about the Supreme Court verdict. Even if the party enjoyed the majority in Parliament attempted to form a government, it would not be able to find solutions to the problem of the people. For true people's victory, it is necessary to go for an election with a short time. As much on behalf of democracy of the people, Vijitha Herath mentioned that they have to wage the battle with people for their victory and they would take the front foot in this effort. The deep depression of the southern Bay of Bengal is very likely to move north-northwestwards and intensify further into cyclonic storm during next 24 hours. The Department of Meteorology mentioned that the system was located at 23:30 hours yesterday, approximately 750 kilometers east-southwest of Trincomalee.
The naval and fishing communities are requested to be attentive about advisories issued by the Meteorology Department in this regard. Showers or thunder showers will occur at times in the eastern province and in Polonnaruwa district. Several spells of showers will occur in northern and central provinces and in Anuradhapura district. Mainly fair weather can be expected over elsewhere in the island. Fairly strong gusty winds at times up to 50 km per hour and fairly cold weather can be expected over the island. Fishermen are advised not to venture into the deep sea areas off the coast extending from Pottuவில் to Kankesanture via Batiklo and Trincomalee till Sunday. The fishermen who are in the warning areas are advised to move to safer areas or return to the coast. Meanwhile, the Met Department forecast showers or thunder showers in the sea area off the coast extending from Pottuவில் to Kankesanture via Trincomalee. Heavy showers can be expected in the eastern deep sea areas. It is said that winds will be northerly or northeasterly in the sea areas around the island and wind speed will be 40 to 50 km per hour in the eastern sea area and it will be 30 to 40 km per hour around the other sea areas of the island. The sea areas to the east of the island can be rough at times as the wind speed can increase up to 70 to 80 kilometers per hour, and the sea areas to the west of the island can be fairly rough at times as the wind speed can increase up to 50 kilometers per hour. Temporarily strong gusty winds and rough sea areas can be expected during thunder showers.
A group of supporters of the United National Party had attempted to storm into Lake House after the delivery of the verdict by the Supreme Court on the Gazette notification related to the dissolution of Parliament.
It is Kotte Municipal Councillor Harshini Sandaruwani and a group of supporters that had attempted to storm into Lake House without heeding police orders. At this instance, Lake House employees took action to prevent the related group from entering the establishment. A brawl between the two groups surfaced in the presence of the police. On this occasion, a United National Party supporter who grabbed one of the crutches of a disabled person nearby attacked the Lake House employees with it. Following the grabbing of one of the crutches, the disabled person was rendered helpless. It was returned to this disabled person following the mediation of the police. Both sides had lodged complaints with the police with regard to this incident.
Meanwhile, United National Party parliamentarian Nalin Bandara has said that stern actions will be taken irrespective of position against those who had been involved in the incident that happened opposite Lake House. Nalin Bandara said that they do not endorse such incidents. They would inquire what happened at the scene. He said that those who have been engaged in such untoward incidents would be penalized irrespective of their positions. Prime News returns tomorrow, and in the meantime make www.itnnews.lk your go-to source for the very latest in news at home and overseas. Good night. Have a nice day.